Okay, okay, just like I can see the connection dropping again here. So while the connection is dropping, then I'll oh my gosh, it just disconnected. Create a new video. Oh gosh. Good. It at least let me finish, but it made a new video. So let me just so it looks like I have to come out of here to see what new video it made. This is just so bad of an experience for me and for you. It's terrible. Terrible situation here. Okay, I'm still broadcasting, but I don't know what it's broadcasting to. Because it's like a different video now. Okay, I'm having to find the video itself that you're all watching here. Okay, okay. I see another video. Okay. Did it make a second video? I don't know. Okay. It's just so frustrating. I mean, who cares about me? But I care about you guys, watching this, and you have to deal with this. I'm just struggling here with the signal that, it's Starlink cannot maintain. So if you're thinking about live streaming with Starlink, you know now that it's not. I have no idea what happened. The connection just dropped. What happens is if the connection drops for a little bit, meaning it's not zero, the video continues, but if it drops to zero, YouTube starts a new video. So, yes, I've heard of the Flipper Pro and all that, and yeah, I'm not sure what your intent is with that. I have more sophisticated equipment than Flipper. So 22 Starlink satellites. So yeah, maybe it's not yet fired up. Can you safely use Kaspersky as a virus scanner only if you disable real-time scanning? I suppose you could use it temporarily, but what is the objective? I'm going to tell you, to be frank, the last time I used an antivirus was quite a few years ago. I mean, a long time ago. Okay, long. If guys, I guess you could. I'm an expert, right? I'm a tech expert, and I haven't used an antivirus. So if I'm a tech expert and I'm not using an antivirus, then why are you? Okay, the thing is that antivirus will make you think that you're actually solving something, and really it solves a very small set of issues. And you think that you're protected by the antivirus, so you say, I should be safe now from ransomware and whatever because I have an antivirus. Wrong. The antivirus can only protect against, I would say, kiddie hacks, things that are already publicly known. It can't protect against something new like a new hack. It doesn't know how to do that. So no, that is not. It's not useful for that. So in which case, how do you protect yourself? Well, I don't try to protect myself from the antivirus. I try to protect myself from good habits. And what are these good habits? And they should be the next 5 tips, right? good habits to protect yourself on the internet. Yeah, I could come up with the next 5 tips. But the main thing is that 90% of the hacks on your device, that's 90%. I mean, that's a pretty big chunk, come from opening attachments on email or on your even on your messaging app of whatever app you're using on your phone. 90% of all hacks come from opening up an attachment. Well, that should tell you something. Don't open a sucking attachment. So, how is it that I don't get hacked? Because I'm very, very careful with an attachment, and sometimes, if I'm really suspicious about what the attachment is, I'm gonna, try to isolate it and open it up elsewhere in a place where, if I really want to examine it, I don't know if any of you know my old friend from Periscope, Ron Waxman. Some of you know Ron Waxman from Periscope and Twitter, and I guess his email got, he doesn't know this because I've never told him, but his email got hacked, and so every email address he had was sent a message. Hey, and everybody knows who Ron Waxman is, so it's like we thought he was sending something real, like some link to some video. Well, I was smart enough not to do that because what he sent was not him. It was somebody else who impersonated Ron Waxman, used this account, and then sent out, malware as an attachment. And I isolated it, and I knew it wasn't because I looked at the header of the file. I'm always suspicious with attachments. Never opened it, and opened it up in a virtual machine, throwaway virtual machine, just so I can check it out and see what the attachment is. I was already suspicious of it because if somebody sends me an attachment and I'm not looking for it, meaning it didn't come from my accountant, somebody that I know is going to send it right now, then it's not going to get open. So many of you send me attachments and links. I'm not going to go click on it. I'm not going to go click on it. Starlink over my head. Literally over your head, or just over your head. Starlink's pretty easy to use, but yeah, Starlink is pretty easy to use, but it is over your head, yes. A Rob Braxton friend called Ron Waxman, yes. So, yes. Ron Waxman, Rob Braxman, yes. So anyway, that's just an example of, where you don't open up an attachment. And what is very interesting is Apple released that lockdown mode. Okay. Lockdown mode on iPhone. So you say, oh, wow, iPhone. Wow, they're so smart. The Tim Cook's staff, they're so smart. They wanted to avoid a hack, and so they put lockdown mode on an iPhone. And guess what lockdown mode is? Lockdown mode is prevents you from opening an attachment. Something that is so basic and that's so embedded in me that I would never open an attachment. So therefore, I never get a hack. I mean, you have to play some pretty nasty trick on me before I would open something like that. Okay, so yeah. And back in the old days, it was much easier. I could send you a hack pretty easily. It's a little difficult now to do a hack, even on a normal computer. But back then, you could overwrite files in Windows with just an attachment. And now it takes a few steps. It's not a one-step process. You need to do multiple steps. Run one and run another. So you can't hit somebody with one click. It's got to be multiple things. But still can be done. It's just, takes multiple attempts. So So anyway, that's what the lockdown mode is on an iPhone. Don't open an attachment, and that's the genius of Apple. Okay, so yeah, you don't need to worry about the lockdown mode. Just don't open any sucking attachments and don't let people send you stuff. Will eventually many electric cars be like a mesh network using cellular Wi-Fi when at home? kind of a misconception that that Tesla is tracking you all day. The Tesla actually is not made to be on the internet constantly. You can actually turn it off, and you actually have to pay for a Wi-Fi service, or I mean a LTE service on the phone. They call it premium connectivity, and you definitely don't need it. You can just use your phone as a hotspot if you want, and in which case then you can use it to stream like Spotify on your car, but you don't need an online connection on a Tesla. It's not really made for, it's really made to operate even in the desert. So the Tesla will operate just fine without any kind of internet connection. Now, that is not true of some other products that have electric cars. So that is not true even of non-electric cars that have various tracking, whatever, like on a Mercedes or Cadillac or whatever, and they have that, tracking thing built in there. So it's not actually not more inherently dangerous at the moment with Tesla. Can a VPN be set up with Google Fiber? I'm not sure what the connection is. Google Fiber is just an internet. So yes. What do you think of Sunbeam wireless security? I have no idea what that is. Why would you need to do that? Your Tesla got a VPN? Beep in the background. What is the beep in the background? What do you think? Now with AI voice replication, even your immediate family member calls you on the phone, you don't know. The only way, you need 3 seconds to sample your Linsco printing, yes, or pairing, or I can't read that, but yeah, you're right. It can get pretty dangerous in the future. Okay. I don't have any smoke alarm in here, so I don't know. Okay, did I get disconnected on Rumble? Is anybody still on Rumble? Because there was a lot of comments and then it stopped. So I don't know if the last broadcast got disconnected there. Okay, so sorry for all the trouble here. We'll try to compensate a little bit, even in spite of the shortened live stream, or at least late start live stream. We'll go further here. So, and I don't completely trust Tesla, so I'm gonna keep an eye on it, see what it does, see if it's anything that it's doing. There are certain parts of it that bother me, and it relates to driving habits. The Tesla actually records everything you do as far as behavior driving wise. For example, if you get too close to a car, it dings you some points. If you do some hard stops, it dings you points. If you make some hard turns, it dings you points, which to me is worrisome because it's actually identifiable information. So that bugs me. And I don't know how to turn that off. It's built into the self-driving beta. If it said if you want to use self-driving beta, you got to allow them to track all this, and I don't like that. So anyway, yeah, I can't trust everything here. So at least I'm keeping an eye on it. At the moment it's not it's not the main source of privacy issues, so it's not really a significant concern. What is a concern to me, to be honest with you, is some really dangerous moves here because OpenAI, which Elon started actually. Elon started OpenAI, which is the host company or the parent company for ChatGPT and GPT-4, is primarily owned by Microsoft now. And Microsoft integrated into Bing, and then Google is in there too. So it's Google and Microsoft, and Google has its own AI. Now, you've seen how dangerous ChatGPT AI is, but I am really, really concerned about Google AI getting access to Google data. If you have an AI looking into the database of every person and what they have done, and with their Google ID, and that AI is made to learn what's in the Google database, oh my gosh, are we zucked or what? Okay, we are going to be quite zucked with OpenAI, with the integration with Google and Microsoft. It's going to be really scary. Right now, they're arguing about the fact that OpenAI learned much of its information from the internet, and learned it from Twitter, and learned it from Reddit, and so that means all the nasty comments about me on Reddit. Oh yeah, that ChatGPT is going to learn all that. Hopefully, learn too from YouTube and your comments here to counter it. But yeah, that is actually quite worrisome when it starts to get access to individual data, because then it can actually know you, and AI is very dangerous. Google AI is a hot garbage. It's practically useless. First of all, Google invested in OpenAI too. So they have their hand in there too. And they have their own AI that actually got too powerful, and they kind of disconnected it because it maybe wanted to take over the world. I don't know exactly what the problem is, but it's I think they got scared of their own AI. So my gosh, and you don't understand that what we do here in this channel when we deal with privacy is you're actually protecting yourself from these future AI. Has anyone used a premium ChatGPT? I have not used premium myself. But premium has the same results. It's just that they prioritize heavy users on the premium. I'm not a heavy user, so it doesn't matter. Can use an Android emulator on PC for tip 3 rather than the phone. Yeah, you may be able to. I've never tried it actually, because the problem is let me just tell you the issue. Most of the emulators out there are very old Android, like Android 8. So I'm a bit concerned if they actually do work, because they're too old of an Android. So if there's some maybe newer emulator, but most of them are, like BlueStacks and so on, they're all like made for Android 8. So they may not work. Yeah, but yeah, they could work. But to be honest, cheap phone. Buy cheap phone or use a cheap phone. Somebody will give it to you for free. I mean, I have a stack of old phones here that nobody will ever use because they're 3G. Some like some old Motorola that is 3G and they don't support it anymore, but you can still use them, just not for making calls. There are two types of lies. Damn lies and so you're funny, James. I'm not going to follow the 2 minutes schedule there, Cosmic Rose. I mean, I started very late here. So as long as we have a signal, we can go for much longer. I can probably go till 10, assuming, I don't know how long I've been on here, but I can probably go till 10 if the